Good morning, students. Let us start our class. Today we are going to learn the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial, right? So before going to the topic, just we remind one thing. The zero of the polynomial ax plus b. Zeros of the polynomial in the sense when we substitute value it equals to 0. So we find x here. Ax plus b is equals to 0 here. This plus b, when transformed to this side, it becomes minus b. Ax is equals to minus b. And this a is multiplying here. When it comes to this side, it transforms to the other side and it will go into division. So x is equals to minus b by a. X is what here? Here x is a variable. And what is b? B is a constant. A is what here? A is a coefficient of x. So here we have a relation here, right? So when we are calculating zeros of the polynomial, we got a relation that this variable is equals to constant divided by the coefficient of x, right? So in the same way, we explored the relationship between zeros and coefficient of quadratic polynomial. This is about linear polynomial. In linear polynomial, this variable x is equals to what? Minus constant by coefficient of x. So here in the same way, we explore the relation between zeros and coefficient of quadratic polynomial. So let us take the quadratic polynomial. P of x is equals to 2x square minus 8x plus 6. Do you remember in the last class in part 6 we found the zeros of this polynomial by which method? Do you remember? It is by splitting method. It's by splitting method, splitting the middle term. See here, 2x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 6. Just we split the middle term and calculate, and we got x is equals to 3 and x is equals to 1. If you have any doubt, you go to the part 6 and see once, you'll get an idea. So x is equals to 3 and x is equals to 1. Based on these values, we form the relation. So here 2x square minus 8x plus 6 is a polynomial, and we have zeros are x is equals to 1 and 3. We just in the start we said relationship between zeros and what? Coefficients, right? Coefficients of variables. So first we'll write the coefficient. The coefficient of x square is what here? 2. The coefficient of x is what here? Minus 8. And the constant is what here? 6. Just we have noted down the coefficients. We did nothing. We write the coefficients of x square and x and constant. So okay. So we have two zeros and we have coefficients. Now we'll try to form a relation, right? So first, for that, we are doing sum of the zeros. Here we have two zeros, right? One is 1 and one is 3. Just we are doing sum. We are adding the two zeros. So 1 plus 3 is equals to 4, right? Here sum of zeros equals to 1 plus 3. It is equals to 4. In the same way, we just take these coefficients. First I'll take minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. Okay. What is coefficient of x here? The coefficient of x is minus 8. We are taking minus coefficient. So minus of minus 8 by 2. Why 2? The coefficient of x square is 2 here. So 2 ones are 2 fours are 8. So answer became 4 here. So here also 4. Here also 4. Here we have done what? We got sum of zeros. Here what we have done? Coefficient of x by minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. And the answer is same in both cases, right? So Remember this, we'll come to this again. Okay, now here we have done sum. Here we are doing product. Product means what? Multiplication, product of the zeros. 1 into 3, as we have zeros 1 and 3. 1 into 3 what? 3. 1 3 is a 3. Okay, we'll come to the coefficients here. We'll take constant term divided by coefficient of x square. What is constant term here? What is constant term here? Okay, what is constant term here? 6. This 6 by coefficient of x square. X square coefficient is 2. 6 by 2. 2 ones are 2 3s are 6. So here also if you observe, the product of zeros is 3 and the constant term divided by coefficient of x square is also 3. Do you observe anything? Yes. The sum of zeros is equals to the minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, and the product of the zeros is equals to constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Here you can see the proof, right? The sum of zeros is always equals to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square, and the product of the zeros always equals to constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Student, there is nothing tricky in this. Only one thing you have to remember is the sum of the zeros of quadratic polynomial is always equals to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, and the product of the zeros is always be equal to constant term by coefficient of x square. Here we make the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients, right? I hope you understand the class and practice well for the other problems also, and you will get total idea about this. Thank you.